What's going on, guys? Today I have a viewer VOD for you guys. I met my boy Fire, that's this guy's name, in a scrim actually. My team was scrimming against a random team, and he was like, "Oh, is that the real Teets?" I'm like, yeah, because, my viewer base isn't that big. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I watch all your content." And he was a huge fan, so he had a few questions for me afterwards, and I said, "Hey, send me a VOD and I'll do a VOD review for you." So he sent me one, and his biggest question to me is why, like, I want a top frag. Like, why aren't I top fragging? Why aren't I carrying my games? Well, this is a question I hear a lot from a lot of people, including myself at one time. And the funny thing is, in Valorant, it's a lot harder to carry because in games like CS, you can buy smokes, you can buy flashes, you can buy mollies, you can buy all of these things, right? So you can smoke for yourself, you can molly for yourself, you can flash for yourself. You don't have to worry about little Timmy to smoke things for you. You don't have to worry about little Jimmy to see if he's going to recon error for you. You can do all that stuff, do all that yourself in CS. So that's why it's harder to carry, but you can still do it. So the reason why people don't carry is because they don't really usually put themselves in situations to carry. And we're going to go over that today. How to carry your ranked games. So first round, before we get into the round itself, buy armor. You forgot to buy armor, so make sure you do that. That was the first thing I noticed. Second, so you're holding this market position, which is a pretty good position to hold. If you start receiving pressure up this mid gut area, you probably want to call one of your A players to rotate, or you fall back yourself, one of the two. Because if they're sending 3 or 4 people up mid, there's no shot you're holding anything here by yourself. Even if you have a couple stars, it's going to be extremely hard. So I think you hear that a couple people are coming because they arrow this, right? And I think Reyna ends up falling. You pop the smoke, B main smoke. So right here, Reyna's going to be, this is a really good position for you to hold, and your Sova's here to fight with you. Notice how Sova has first contact on anybody pushing mid, and then you're sort of here getting ready to sort of trade off of him, sort of. But if you notice, his recon blinked 3 times, it didn't see anything, and plus you smoked this. So what that means is that you can put yourself in a position to where they see Sova first contact, they like see him first, and then off of that, you can sort of like strafe back and forth and get some chip damage in here. And then by you doing that, this would usually buy your Reyna enough time to get here and cross with you guys. Like, then you guys just pinch them all in this one area, So we're going to play this out, and you'll see what I mean. So you're holding this smoke, you're not really doing much. And you fall all the way back. Your Sova's still fighting, right? I think here, just step in. Like do a little bit of strafing. Like, maybe you can get a kill. Maybe you land a headshot. Maybe you get an assist or something. We end up falling CT, which isn't ideal. You see Reyna taking a bunch of fights up here. You can't really help her. You're not holding a 5 push if they decide to actually push CT. You take a 1-on-1 with the Jet and lose. I mean, it's fine. But yeah, think about that. You should be thinking of your teammates as killjoy turrets. Like, everybody on your team is a killjoy turret, and how can you swing off of them to get a kill? Like, that's the way I think about it, at least. So with that being said, I'm going to take us to the next round. Think of your teammates as killjoy turrets. All right, so I'm taking us to round 3, and if you notice, we're playing a 5v5 retake. I'm just skipping to this part of the round because that's fine. So Breach ult is coming in, Sova arrow recon is coming in. Let's see how you react to this. You shoot the arrow, which is good. Always shoot your arrows. You suck, right? You lean out and try to get one. This is a little risky. That's a little overextending, but okay. So your Jet's fighting, dies, whatever. I don't think she should have peeked. I think she should have held this position, because if she holds this position, this gives you guys enough time to swing out with her, and you guys all just fight together, right? So Jet kind of fucked up there. Everybody's blinking. Your Sova's droning. If your Sage is out here, you should be with her. Like 100%. Like 100% just be with her. No. Get out of your Astra form. Because what happens is if this Sage doesn't win this gunfight, it's a 3v3, and it's favorable for the guys who just planted the bottom of the T side, right? But your Sage pops off, she gets a couple. What I'm saying, though, is that she swung by herself, so she kind of messed up, but you also kind of messed up by going into Astra form instead of running out to help her. You know what I mean? If you guys double swing there, you could help her get kills, and you could trade off her and stuff. Granted, it's questionable what Sage did, but in ranked, you can't, like, you sort of just have to go with the flow. Like, if your teammate's inting, you have to int with him, because even if it's inting, no matter what the play is, if it's on a retake, an execute, anything, if they are inting, it's better that you guys int together than it is to do things separately. Like, you're kind of playing correctly, right? You're waiting for your Sova to drone, you're doing your util, but Sage is just swinging like a monkey. You did the right thing, but she didn't. But since she's doing it, you have to do it with her, So that's just a little something I noticed. So you guys all swing now, 3v2. Swing it out together. Nice. You double drop with the Sova. Nice. Well played round. On to the next one. All right, so I'm taking us over to round 4, and this round I'm going to show you is going to set the tone for the rest of this video, because when people say they want a top frag, you know, I used to be a big Cypher main. Well, I still am. I'm a Sentinel main. But the way I used to play was a very passive Cypher and a very passive Killjoy. I would play off my setups all the time. I would never peek. I would never do anything risky. And unfortunately, that's not how you become a better player, and it's not how you're going to carry. And I'm going to show you. We're doing round 3, our first gun round, I think, or something like that, right? Okay. So the round is getting ready to start. You're still in your Astra form, which is okay. You probably should have this done way before the Barbarian even starts. But look at the position you're playing. You're playing up in CT heaven. Now, this is okay. I mean, it's not bad to play up here, right? But your teammates are, you got a teammate on Cat and you got a teammate in A main. You might as well buddy up with one of them and say, hey, let's push A main. Or hey, let's double P Cat. Or hey, I can, you know, just do this so we could swing. Or you know what I mean? Just by playing in CT or in heaven, whatever, you're not getting much value, right? So you're still placing stars down that don't really matter. These stars, they don't matter. Like, you're still in your Astra form. You might as well just been AFK. You know what I mean? Like if somebody calls for a smoke, that's when you go find a safe spot, go into your Astra form, and then smoke it. You shouldn't be sitting in the first 10 seconds of the round just AFK, you know? So Jet pushes out. But let's say, for example, you told your Jet, hey, let's push A main, right? I'll come with you. I'll help you grab your orb. So she grabs her orb, and then you're holding for her, right? And then maybe you guys are both walking up, and you guys kill this Jet. And then, yeah, your Sage died, but at least it's a 4v4, and you have some form of map control. Like, since you pushed up with Jet, you'd be in this position. But now, because you didn't do that, your Jet's dead, your Sova died, or Sage died, and you're all the way in your spawn, which doesn't do anything, you know? So put yourself in an aggressive spot to win. And this happens throughout your game. Like, I want to take it to the next round. So I'll be honest, the rest of this doesn't matter. Like, the question you asked me was, how do I top frag? Well, this is how you're going to do it. Like, yeah, sure, you can clutch up here, but you're not going to learn. We're going to focus on one thing at a time. So, buy round starts. You should be out of the buy form already. You should be putting your stars down or whatever you want to do this round. Whatever you want to do this round, this should be done already. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't like a puzzle, you know? Like, just buy what you want and get ready to, you know, fight. So again, look, notice the round starts. You're playing with a Deagle inside heaven. Now, like, yes, you can get like a kill, like if they're trying to like take the site, but I guess it's not bad because you're playing off your Reyna, right? So like, once the Reyna makes contact, you swing out maybe. So like maybe this could work. Let's watch. So you're throwing your stars down. Again, you're AFK. Like, you're not. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be in your Astra form right now, ever. You don't need. There's no need. You're putting all these stars down you're never going to use. Let's see if you actually use any. Okay, so you use the 2 ones in mid. You use the ones in A. Not really. I even think you were late on the ones mid. Like, it was already too late. Yeah, it was too late. Like, you're spending too much time in your Astra form. Like, pre-round, you have to ask your teammates, yo, where do you want to suck? Where do you want to stun? Where do you want smokes? Like, you know what I mean? Like, try to figure something out, because notice how you stayed in one central spot this entire round. You never left this area, this heaven area. You stayed there most of the round, you know? So if you want to like top frag and play more aggressive, use your utility more aggressively. Throw one way on A main. Fuck it. Smoke tiles. Tell your Jet, hey, watch my top mid. I'm gonna walk out mid. Like, that's a perfectly good play to do, and then you get a couple kills, and that's how you carry. You know. So do a little more of that and less of sitting in your spawn. You know what I mean? Let's go on to the next round. Okay, so this is probably gonna be the last round on defense that I go over, because I think you get the general idea of what you can do to help yourself carry. So you're playing in heaven again, and you're throwing down your smokes again, a little late, but I think you're a little quicker this time. Right, so your Jet's holding the same main. She gets a kill, right? So she starts pushing up. Again, this is like your office, bro. Like, this is like your headquarters. And then you're jump spotting this angle, which is fine. I mean, get a kill mid, get a kill B. Like, your teammates are literally playing the game. They're all playing the game without you. Your teammates are all having fun. They're all shooting people. Like, this Jet is where you should be right now. You know, like, you should be fighting people. Like, get aggressive. You know, get mean. You know. No reason to be jump spotting it because they already know this guy's B main. Yeah, you can throw your utility down, but like, just run over there. Your gun is way more important than any smoke you're gonna throw. The faster you get there, the faster you can help the Sova. So overall, this applies to a lot of people. If you're a Sentinel main or a Smokes main, like, don't get me wrong. If you're playing on a team and you're playing in a competitive setting where you have a game plan of, yo, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Astra, you're anchoring. We're not going to move from these spots. We need your smokes. Like, We need your smokes here, here, and here, and make sure you don't die. Like, 'cause if you die, we lose the round. Like, that's different. That's one thing. But if you're playing ranked and you want to know why you're not carrying, you need to put yourself in more aggressive positions, because the more aggressive positions you put yourself in, the better you get mechanically, right? The better you get at fighting, and the better you get at fighting, the better you get at carrying. So yes, at first it might seem like, I'm kind of inting by taking these fights, but it's ranked, bro. Like, you'll get better over time. Like, if you're afraid about getting aggressive, make an alt account. Like, I'll be honest, and just play aggressive on it. Don't throw. Obviously, there's a difference between getting aggressive and throwing, but you need to find that happy medium of trying to carry and get kills for your team and make an impact, and playing way too passive and never giving yourself the chance to carry. Because the way you're playing, you're leaving it up to your teammates in order to carry you. This is, you know what I mean? Because like by the end of the round, if they all die, like, you're still in heaven. You're not going to do anything. So, all right, let's go to offense. All right, so this round is pretty good, actually. Well, the first part of it is. So at the beginning of the round, you decide to throw a suck here, I think. Right? So you pull him in. You run up. You don't know nobody's there. Confident. Love it. Go into your Astra for him. Get ready to smoke for your teammates. Perfect so far. Great. You smoke for them. Grab the orb. So it was droning. So the issue is, it comes when your teammates stop. Like, your duelists stop here. You guys stop here. Say you guys stop on this half of the map. This whole half of the map you guys stop on. And this is okay, you go to check your spawn. But at this point, you have to expect that the enemy team knows that you sucked here. They probably grabbed info that your duelists were here. Maybe Sage threw some form of utility somewhere over here. They're going to push you guys somewhere. So after you check spawn, like, this is okay, you check spawn, I think you gotta go find and try to kill guys somewhere. Like, maybe push up mid, help your jet, or like, even like, I think you guys are smoked off here, but it's fine. You wait out the smoke, you work the side a little bit. Maybe you stun dice or something, and then you have yourself a shock darted or something, or anything like that, right? But you're walking through spawn right now, and you're kind of useless, especially with bomb. If somebody is back here and you die, your team is kind of screwed. But like, notice how you sucked, grabbed orb, and then you went AFK for like a while. You know what I mean? Versus you fall back, you run top mid, and maybe you try to kill a guy or something. You'd be more useful. So, and then, yeah, you end up saving since it's 2v5, your duelist kind of died, but maybe if you went with them, maybe you trade them off, or maybe you get a double kill. Like, it's not as likely, because obviously those aren't as easy to do, but you're there to help them, versus you being in spawn, not really doing much. So, let's go to the next round real quick. And we're just going to do this one raw, and then this should be the last video, or last round. So, looks like, did you boost your Sage up there? Does that still work? Yeah, I guess it does. How do you like that? So you boost Sage up there. Hopefully she gets an op pick. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if she is opping, but... Oh, you smoked that for her. Interesting. So maybe she's watching it for you? I don't know. But notice how your jet is all the way pushed up here, right? Your jet's pushed up. You should have your knife out and be telling your jet, yo, jet, wait for me so I can, trade you, Let's rewind a little bit. See. Knife out, knife out, knife out, knife out. Yeah, tell jet just to wait up for you a little bit, and then you can trade her. Right, because she's going to side all alone. This is pretty dangerous. Skip ahead a little bit. Looks like your teammates made a lot of noise on B if the guy from A rotated off. Throw a smoke here. Smoke it. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Take your time. This is what I mean. When you don't play like an aggressive agent, your mechanics aren't going to be as good, right? Because the issue is obviously your crouch spraying, you're here. So let's watch when you swing this guy. So the guy's here, you go to his head, which is nice. Let your spray reset. Take a couple shots, strafe around a little bit, and do a little bit of dancing, bobbing and weaving, in and out, But crouching is obviously never a good idea, because it just makes you a sitting duck and she can easily shoot you, and then your team just sort of dies. But if you kill that Reyna, honestly, I think you guys win that round. I don't know what happened over here at B, but what did happen? Yeah, if you kill this guy, you guys just run into sight, Sage falls back, grab his bomb, you guys regroup A, you just plant on A. Yeah, you kill this breach. Yeah, so I think you get the whole overall lesson from this thing. When you're playing Valorant, you can't be afraid to get aggressive, because if you want to carry your games, that's how you're going to do it. That's how you improve mechanically. That's how you improve game sense wise. You can't be afraid to D-rank. You can't be afraid to lose, because that's all part of the game. And guess what? Everybody's gonna lose. I see my fireplace went out. Well, that's unlucky. I've gotta put more wood in that fire. Okay, but what was I saying? Put yourself in more aggressive spots to win, because that's overall how you're going to get better. That's how you're going to carry your games. You're never going to get aggressive by playing back, by playing in heaven, you know, whatever. In a team setting, it's different. Like you'll never see like Zom's going for aggressive plays or anything, or like him peeking a lot, because his smokes are important to the team, right? Yours are too, but this is ranked, and if you want to carry your team, that's how you're going to have to do it. And your team is just going to have to live without having a smoker every now and then, because you know you got a 3K one round, but maybe you die the next round. That's okay, because you won your team the last round. You know what I'm saying? You just don't be afraid to die. Put yourself in aggressive positions and try to look for kills. You know, like you could have walked up with that Sova and tried to kill a guy earlier. You could have, like I said, just, you know what I mean. I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but yeah, I gave Fire, our boy here, a full-fledged VOD review. It was like 45 minutes. I reviewed the entire game, ins and outs. I'm just not putting it on YouTube because I don't know. I don't want to upload an hour-long video, but regardless, I hope you guys learned something from this. I know I did. Fire, you're a good guy. I'm glad you like the content. I got more coming. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.